first inhabitants of the Caribbean. They led a simple lifestyle which comprised of fishing, they picked berries,
one berry,
and the men engaged in hunting. And with great pride, the men brought in their catch. The Europeans came.
Men, we are finally here. Asia.
They had landed in Asia. They were actually thousands of miles away from their destination.
This really isn't Asia. Oh, but we can see this is good land, my friend. Good land, good place for expansion and investment. Don't you think the queen would love that? She really would. Yeah. Are those bones? They're bones. Oh my god.
Welcomed the Europeans with open arms.
Waka waka.
Ah! Someone!
However, the Europeans immediately started criticizing the way of life of the Kalinagos.
These people really have bones all around the place. That's really not normal. Yeah, can you believe that? Those people eating people to have bones there. We need to make a report to the queen immediately. Definitely. So that way we can change these people in the way they should be changed.
Of the Kalinagos, the Europeans reported back to the crown, which led to a ruling past allowing to enslave the Kalinagos in light of their own safety.
After they got permission from the crown of Spain, the Europeans attacked.
Boo! 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 My friend, did you see that? Boom! 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 Boom!
I'm gonna drop it now.
So basically, we are focusing on a little synopsis that it was a deliberate attempt by the Europeans to label the Kalinago people of the Caribbean as cannibals, and also to discuss the extent to which this is actually true. So basically, as depicted by the video that was incorporated, we do see where the Kalinagos were very simple persons who tried to live a seemingly normal life like that we live nowadays. Their lives involved like fishing, basically farming, a little bit of farming, and also the men would fend for their families through hunting and gathering in order to sustain life.
Alright, so then the Europeans came and disturbed the peaceful life of the Kalinagos. They came actually with the intention to find gold, considering they were headed for Asia, the Middle East, but they ended up in the Caribbean. Yeah. However, when they came, they saw the lifestyle of the persons that were inhabitants of the Caribbean. It was not something that they were used to, because their culture, the Kalinagos culture, was quite different from the European culture, and so they saw them as quite uncivilized. They used their uncivilization as an incentive to take over the place. They used that as a means of gaining control over them, and from that is where slavery came in. They saw the Kalinagos doing things that they weren't used to, like the gathering and keeping of bones, where the Kalinagos actually had bones, where they had bones of their ancestors in hope of getting good luck and guidance, especially when they went out to war with other inhabitants of the Caribbean. So the simplicity of the life of the Kalinagos gave the opportunity to the Europeans to conquer and overthrow them. However, upon trying to do this, the Kalinagos were naturally more hostile than their fellow counterparts in the rest of the Caribbean and the Arawaks, so they retaliated. However, upon retaliation, the Europeans realized it wouldn't have been as easy as they initially thought, so they sent back reports to the crown in Spain. Upon receiving these reports, the Queen of Spain actually passed a declaration giving the Europeans permission to colonize them in fear and safety.
All right, so in the mere essence, what this would have meant is that actually any person in that area, once they were considered to be Caribs, they were put in the position to be enslaved, because these persons, as per described by the Europeans, were very malicious and fierce, and these persons would have been resisting them. So that would have given them the full go-ahead, per se, to go ahead and treat these people as they want to lawfully. Alright, so really and truly, in concluding, I'm assuming that we all took something from this research that was carried out, seeing that these people, they were actually disturbed by the European greatly, right? Don't you agree?
Yes, I completely agree with that statement. Seeing that what happened was partially, or as an account of what Columbus had reported to the Queen in terms of the Kalinagos being cannibal. This initiated the law which gave right to all the Spaniards or the Europeans at that time to enslave or slaughter these free-living individuals who at the time were just living for their own freedom, for their own, you know.
And pretty much, can you imagine if, say for example, you're living in your civilization and then you see someone coming out of nowhere just trying to change your way of life? Wouldn't you feel intimidated at all?
Yeah, and it would be a method of attack, because not because your definition of civilization is having guns, my definition of civilization is having arrows. Therefore, it is technically an attack from the beginning.
So basically what they were saying is that the Kalinagos never wanted to
Yeah, they never wanted to really confide to Columbus's way of life.
Yes. And they were effective in resisting the colonization movement of the Europeans to enforce them to search for gold, for the richness of the Europeans.
And so because they were effective, basically, that would have been like the little cover-up why the Europeans would try to downgrade them per se.
In saying that they were
Cannibals.
Vicious cannibals.
Yeah.
So basically what they were saying is that the Kalinagos never wanted to comply with Columbus, so they retaliated.
So in wrapping up, we do agree upon the statement that it was a deliberate attempt by the Europeans to actually label the Kalinago people of the Caribbean as cannibals, and in essence it would